Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Bloody Hands Let's Play as Da Great Green Prophet. Right, so we've just finished off the Border Princes, and we're just going to have to work out what we're doing next. Now, I have just been asked to rename Akendorf, and if anybody does want me to rename anything, guys, feel free, you can shout in the comments, as long as it's not completely ridiculous. I will probably happily change it. And this one we've been named to rename. Oh, what's his name? Wurrzags WallZ. However I spell it. So how do I spell Wurrzag? Let's just have a little look. See. So WURRZAG. So Wurrzags WallZ. Hang on, this is orc, so we'll give it a capital Z, because, that makes it more orcish. So it's now Wurrzags WallZ in a very orcish way. Okay, so let's pop up our income a bit here. We are a lot better off now. Now, we possibly want to do a little bit more raiding as we do move around. I do know how to do that. It's a camp stance for these guys. Let's give him a bigger chopper. Let's up his choppers. Alright, and let's buff up our... We're getting into the next one now, which would be quite nice. Type hiding gives him stalk. Oh, gives an ally stalk, which is quite nice. Okay, and we can now do this. So once again, we're going to do obedience and growth. Now, obviously, this guy is slowly taking damage, but I don't really care. Let's enter. He's going to eventually burn himself into oblivion, but don't really care about him. His entire job is to wander the world picking up wreckages, which I do think they've reduced a few of. I've got a nice cover on my rear flank from the greenskins, which is going to keep everybody else busy. Now I've got choices. I can push up into these mountains here, where the Black Venom tribe is, but there's also dwarves. I can also push in along here. Oh, there's obviously the Broken Nose tribe here as well, who have just been taken by Telia. I could go straight for Telia, though I don't necessarily have to attack them just yet. Trying to push one of these other factions into a confederation with me would also be good. So let's just have a look to see if there's anybody who'll confederate with me next turn. Oh! Somebody's taking a territory down here, and this might be one of the vampire factions, actually.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord.
Okay, so we gained an extra 4k from that.
Know that fate...
The Broken Noses have been destroyed. Right.
Fine. Welcome, stranger. Start talking.
How about you guys? Will you confederate with me?
What you want? I'm in charge here.
Unfortunately, annoyingly, I think the Broken Noses were happy to confederate with me.
Ha! You caught me in a non-murdering mood. Let's go so.
Let's get a few more alliances out if we can.
What can we do for our fellow Greeks? That's right.
Wah! More greenskins. Not doing that.
Okay, so we're getting friendly with all of these guys.
I'm in charge here. What do you want?
Yeah, I'll throw 100 to that. Okay, so all the orcs are now very friendly with each other, which is good. Right, let's push up to this one, because then we can start getting the top level savage orcs as well. Now I might have to use some global recruitment or go back. Getting some big uns would be good, because they are a lot better. Or possibly bring my army back to do that.
Let's take what should be ours. Wurrzag, the great
Alright, let's
green
start
prophet.
double timing it back up to Zovrak. We'll probably try and push some walls out here relatively soon. What other buildings can I actually build here? Can I build anything which gets me... I thought he got the bonus of being able to recruit the Savage Orcs anywhere, but here I don't seem... to necessarily gain the ability to be able to recruit them.
The great saber.
Okay, let's keep looking for islands.
Orc likes it this way. Going.
There's a mysterious island for us to head for.
On.
Okay, and end turn. The bloody Handz, who is still following me around. Now, the real question is where next? I think I'm gonna hit Clan Agrund, which could be quite powerful, but I should be powerful enough to deal with them at the moment, and that'll get us some nice mountain territories here, and then hopefully, Gobbo Face, whatever he's called, will have taken up here. Which will give me a bit more defence, and then I might even fall on Telia and deal with that while I'm trying to get some confederations.
Demanding a change in your mutual relations. Consider their offer carefully.
Yes, I will go for that, because that's a nice easy cap for me. It's on its own, and it will get them more friendly with me, which means I might be able to confederate with them, which is good, which will make me that much more powerful. As I said, at some point I would very much like to confederate with the Greenskins and get myself some extra... get myself, Ironhide, Grimjaw, Ironhide I think it is. Let's take the safeguard. I don't want chaos corruption. I know I'm an orc, but orcs aren't chaos.
I'm leaving.
Let's walk up there, and we'll probably use the underway to get onto there. Alright, let's start building some watchtowers and then up to some walls. Have I not got the Tinkerer yet? Oh damn, why did I do that? That was silly of me.
Let's get moving.
It's not bad making them cheaper to recruit. Let's keep moving though.
Restless. In the motion.
There you go, we'll get a fell cargo from over there. And end turn. Next turn we'll underway to that dwarf faction and we'll hit them. And then we'll start sieging them, and when with our war with us, we'll hopefully take them relatively quickly. And then we'll move down towards Karak-Izor and try and take there relatively quickly. I'm not actually particularly upset if I get a few rebellions, because actually it's a good way of keeping my fightiness up, getting the odd rebellion to go and crunch. It has been an odd one, this fightiness mechanic, because there are points in time when you don't necessarily want to be, that could be annoying. Who is it attacking that? Is that... Oh, what's his face? There is a Gobos, Arsenic, I can't remember. Okay, so we're about to have a rebellion down here. Oh, that's actually somebody completely different. Okay, let's move into Wurrzag for now.
Profit. Yes, it'll be proper good.
That 8 Peaks loonies. Right. So this is what I want. I need to save up for a Goblin Tinkerer's bench. Let's hit this fell cargo. Yeah, I'm just getting trunks of maps. I really don't want trunks of maps. Enter. If I'm not careful here, I'm going to lose my Wah sooner than later, because obviously I'm not being too aggressive at the moment. I possibly should have let that rebellion happen, but we'll see. Probably need to level up Wurrzags WallZ a little bit now as well. Oh, we've got another mysterious island around here we'll start heading for. But no, I'm quite happy with how I'm doing. The main issue I've got at the moment is I need to, is that I really want to start being able to, oh, what's the word? I want to be able to start, getting my, places a bit more stable. They're a little unruly, all of my territories, which is probably an orc thing, so I might not be able to do a huge amount about that. But we can always try. Okay, so it's nearly back to us, just going through the Nautican tribes. He can push straight to this Thel cargo, hopefully we'll get something better. We'll have a mysterious island over there to head to next. Now that's better. So that reduces our upkeep, which will help us.
Let's go.
Right, first things first, let's get this guy going. Which gets us rock lobbers as well. Right, that should bring here back in line.
I is invincibles. I have seen the future. By the spills.
Night goblins are quite good, actually. I mean, obviously they are potentially better than other things, but they seem a lot more. While they don't have quite the, no, they've got more leadership than my savage orcs. You know, the thing they lack is charge. I think they're just a bit more of a sort of standard line. One more turn just to stabilise there a bit more, then we're going to push. We've probably sorted out the Wurrzags WallZ region now. The northern borderlands are pretty much covered now, so we'll start pushing up into the mountains soon. Oh, no, that's not good. And that might mean I can force a confederation with them, because when they're suffering like that, it's a good time to actually try and force a confederation, because they are, while they feel weaker like that, they like having the opportunity to join someone else. So I'll try and throw them a confederation next turn. Now, it will potentially give me negatives with all of the other orc factions, but I can afford that. I'm not small. I'm in a position where I can probably take on most people. Well, the Empire seem to be expanding quite quickly, but I think with the Reprisal update, the Empire actually start, when the Empire are playing as AI, they actually start with the entirety of their home territory, so they're in a much stronger starting position. And the Norsicans are already starting to pressure. I'm being raided by my own warg, which definitely tells me it's time to move on.
I has powers. I'm out there.
A fellow tribe! Welcome! In it though!
No, they weren't accepting that. Oh wow, so we can see the crooked moons now as well.
Right then!
Ready?
And the smash skulls.
Let's get one thing understood. About time.
Let's start heading for this island.
I has mighty mystic powers.
I has mighty mystic powers, I does. That's what he was saying, I'm just quoting. He's good. Paraka. His job is just going to be to maintain here.
Crush them all.
Get him straight on a warborn. He gets a wyvern at top level. That's quite nice. What does actually? Oh. What does Wurrzag get at top level? I think he gets a dragon, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. I thought he got a dragon at top level for some reason. He only ever has his Spleen Ripper, his own mount. So actually, when you've got a war, you're probably best not staying in your own territory, because they start raiding your own territory, which is not good. But no, the Empire are getting quite powerful already, which is something I want to pay attention to. As are the Crooked Moons have some territory over here as well. But no, it's a Reichland. The Empire start with all of, so that is something I do need to just pay attention to, is how powerful they get, because that makes them a lot powerful. But that's a good thing, because certainly in a few campaigns I've seen people playing, and certainly if you've been watching my Bestman one, the Empire actually were getting pretty much nailed by the vampires. Vampires in my Beastmen campaign are humongous, and are probably the biggest threat at the moment, even though I am currently trying to cut through to their heart to break them. I will be getting back to that at some point, guys, but for the moment it's it's taking a little bit of a step back while I focus on this one a bit more, because I have completed the main campaign on there. It's just it's about fun now. Ooh, I want to take the obedience for the time being.
Start the war.
Oh, I thought it was close to be able to get right under.
Wurrzag will do it. I'll use me
Oh well, let's wander up here and do a little bit of raiding. Little bit of light raiding. Ah, I moved too far. They'll do to hold here. No, actually, to anywhere else I need to build things. Yes, let's start upping my economy. It's actually, much as these don't have eggs, that horde's generating 400. That's not bad.
Come on.
Press ganged. Replenishment rate plus 15%. Oh, and we've got a shipwreck up here.
The boys are restless.
Right, let's actually go back to Wurrzag and let's make sure we are equipping him properly. So we've gained a few things since, so yeah, that's much better. I'm stealing that off him. That's brilliant. The terrifying mask of E, which causes fear and terror, which is very good. Okay, and let's end turn. Next turn we'll jump up to Karak him, which we will be taking sooner or later. We'll lay siege to that with my War, and we should be able to take it. And then we're going to push Karak Izor. Now, Karak Izor may be harder to take, so we're going to have to, you know, that might not be somewhere I can take particularly easily. We still have a few high elf factions up here, though they will slowly. You can see a few have definitely already. Oh no, yeah, this is all Lothern. So Lothern's potentially looks like they've got a few confederations out there, and Lothern again confederates very quickly. It is why there is a mod which stops any confederation, and I do quite enjoy it, and I might use it in a few of my future campaigns, simply because it means that things involve a lot more. It takes a lot more to get people into these situations, if you see what I mean. Sorry, I've completely forgotten what I was saying while I look at this. Sorry, it means that people don't get too big too quickly, especially the orcs of the dwarves, because they tend to confederate very quickly. I'm sure you've all seen it if you play, where the dwarfs by about turn 50 have sometimes just become one massive nation which is bigger than anybody, and now they can take any territory as well. You know, back when they were just in the mountains in Warhammer 1, that wasn't so bad, but now they can you know, take any territory. They can get very aggressive, but we'll have to see how the Reprisal update benefits that. I don't need that leadership at the moment.
Your new workshop opens the possibility of conducting research into better...
Okay guys, so what I've done here is I've just got the Goblin Tinkerer's workshop, which finally allows me to start doing research. I messed up, I should have got that much earlier. Just trying to work out exactly where I want to go. There's not a huge amount to do at the moment. I think my Savage Orcs are spear units. No, they're axe infantry. So none of these really benefit me too much. Just trying to work out where the best places to go are down all of this. Doom Divers, I want to get them unlocked relatively quickly.
I'm the prophet. Right then, let's do it.
Okay, and next turn we will hit Karakim if we're not hit by this dwarf army.
Ha! This had better be good.
What you want? Let's talk. I can kill you later. Fine.
I'm just trying to keep them all nice and friendly with me at the moment.
Come to join my war. Good lads. Alright.
You can go and get the shipwreck. Ooh, that's nice.
Into motion.
Okay, so next turn we're going to start that siege, and we're going to knock it down relatively quickly with our war there as well. I don't think it's going to last long. Barakvar looks like it's about to fall, which is good. I want the dwarfs to be being pressured back as much as possible, actually. Because that means if the greenskins are dealing with the main dwarven factions, that means I don't have to worry about them so much. Oh no, they've declared war on me. Oh! So the Red Fangs refused to help me there, which is not nice of them. That's terrible of them. Unfortunately, I don't have an army to go and jump up and down on their faces at the moment, and I don't particularly want to be going down there because I don't want to be dealing with vampiric corruption from the deserts down there, though that is probably somewhere I do want to try and take over at some point, sooner or later.
I get out of here if I'm...
I will give you that for now. But no, because the desert and the mountains down there is somewhere I can actually take. Nope. Let's give a counter offer. You don't actually want to confederate with me, so we're not going to throw that to you.
So, you've heard of Wurrzag's might?
No. All you'll do if I give you a non-aggression pact is come and raid through my territory. I know what those beastmen are like, and there's no need for me to get a non-aggression pact with me. If they were more powerful and they were likely to, in my territory, I might offer them it. But right now, no. In fact, I'm potentially going to use them as something to fight against. So, okay, so we've got a few Dark Elf factions up here still. The Varg all the way down here. No, that's not. That's an uprising. I was getting a bit concerned there by the Varg being down there. Oh, so the Scourge of Cain have been destroyed. Okay, let's get this siege underway. No, I don't want you, I want you. Oh, this is a nice easy auto, actually. Right, oh, I could just sack this. 10k from sacking it. Now, I'll get a lot of negatives from doing that, but taking 10k is worth it. Oh, and we'll get some iron out of this place. There's Black Orc Forge as well out of this place. So let's have a look over here. So do I only get normal orcs out of certain settlements? Hey, no, normal orc boys are from there. As I get bigger, all of my guys also start getting more leadership, which is quite good. And that'll be very beneficial. So Wurrzag has leveled up. I'm going to push down here a little bit. Let's have a look through all of these. So melee attack is always good for savage orcs, orc units. I assume that includes big savage orc big boys as well. So the higher up here I do get, the better they get. And weapon strength for all melee infantry. And some of these get extra things. So I'm being a bit all over the place with this guy. I do know, guys, but you know, I'm still learning orcs. Let's grab the vortex spell for him. You can head up to this mysterious island. It's not bad, but I don't really use many gobbo units, so extra replenishment, which is always nice. Right, let's start heading down the coast now. And we are going to end this one here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed it. We will be continuing on with this campaign, as I'm sure you're aware. I'm enjoying it quite so far. It's a bit of a different feel to it. Need to work out where my next target is. Possibly here. Very possibly here. Take out these dwarves, get myself set up in these mountains nicely, and then I'll probably squish Telia. We might try and make friends with... Let's see. Have a non-aggression pact with them to start with, if we can. I will never trust them to leave it that way, but that means that it's a flank I don't have to worry about. Once I'm powerful enough, I will probably start hitting down here, but I just want to consolidate around here first. Certainly, if I can consolidate these mountains and along here, that gets me a nice sort of defense base I can defend from easily. And if I'm forced to push into the Empire, I'm forced to push into the Empire, but that's not the end of the world. Or I could even just push all the other orcs into submission and start working my way up the mountains. But we'll have lots of options then, guys. Anyway, and anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys.